What's up guys, Arisu here. Today I bring you the Make It Click for Forsaken and Trines of Phase 2 of Dancing Mad Ultimate. As a disclaimer, we're going to be using strats of early strats, week 1 strats, and they're subject to change or maybe some better ones come out. So we're going to be using the Rinon strat for Forsaken, and we're going to be using a raid plan, kind of like Snake Prio for Trines. We're going to talk about it once we get there. And I hope it's useful, how like the stuff that I use to keep track of it, and hopefully it can be of help. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it, and vámonos. Forsaken is such a big mechanic, big mechanic, and I'm gonna split it into. It's gonna like basically the Rinon strat. We're gonna have to like look at it at a specific view. You're gonna have either Group A and Group B. So, right here, I'm going to show you the footage of like Group A and what it entails to be a Group A. So, from the get-go, we're going to be positioned like this. I am melee 2 right now, and the range 2 right here. Ignore my weakness. But right here. So, how do I know if I'm Group A? Group A means that if I look at my partner, we are different. Usually, you would have a stack. One of you two has a stack. You can view it however you want. I have a stack, they have a stack, we're different. So that's a Group A, that's Group Alpha. Now, this is the very first step. My three possible spots depends on what I get. So I either have a stack, I have a spread, or I could have a cleave, That could happen, it's one of those three. In my case, I have a stack. So this is one of the three spots that I have to go on. If I'm a stack, I literally go right here. I'm standing right here. Right, there's a tower. I go to the right side of it, really close to it, so I don't get clipped by whoever has the specific tower on the back with the spread. And basically, if I was a cleave, I would go to the other side of the other tower. So these are my three spots, if you can actually see. So this is one for the stack, one for the spread, and one for the cleave. That is for my first step, and it gets guaranteed as soon as I see my debuff. Now, once this is done, I already have focus target my co DPS, my ranged, because I'm gonna always adjust for them because I'm a melee. If not, for range, they always get whatever debuff they get, they just solve it on their tower. So, for me, okay, that's the first set of towers where you can have two stacks and one cleave, one spread. This second set of towers, we're gonna have two spreads and two cleaves. I don't care about the support side. We don't talk about them. I don't care about them. I care about me and my partner right here, my range partner. I'm a spread, I'm a cone. We're split, meaning I don't have to adjust for them, so I go where I need to go. Where is that? I'm gonna show you right here. We find the next set of towers. I'm spread, they're cleave. For the cleave, they have to stand really close. Like if you make a specific line right here, like a middle, like I call it the middle. So we're gonna make a line right here, like from the middle of the tower towards Kefka, right here. They have to get really close. They have to be inside the hitbox, so they can bait the Kefka clone that appears, because it gets baited on the four closest persons inside the hitbox, and they stand here so their cleave can actually go to the side. I'm a spread in this case, and I'm the DPS spread. I will go to the right. So right here, I'm actually going, to the right tower. I'm going away. But at the same time, I want to be like a little bit here in the case that the cleave, like, it can get you, So like, I barely make a small adjustment. At the same time that this specific type of tower is happening, the one with the cleaves right here, the one with the cleaves that are standing here and the people are standing over there, you're going to see this cast bar. Past end or futures end, one of those two, and you have to remind yourself that you're gonna do this next movement. So right here, I'm about to solve my tower. It was past end. I'm gonna go in between the towers if it's for past, so it cleaves to the other side, or if it's future, I'm gonna go over here opposite of where Kefka is, and bait all the AoEs to go to the other side. Now right here, also real quick, I'm gonna look at my debuff one more time and the debuff of my partner. Right here, this is important because I can get the same set of towers that I did at the beginning, which is I got stack, and I could have gotten, you know, cleave or spread. In this specific tower, I'm a melee, so I have to adjust. There is a chance that my ranged has stack right here. In that case, I will not go and stack where I did at the beginning, which is on my right tower, because usually the right tower is for the stack with the DPS. I would have to like adjust and go over here to the other tower. This is not the case at all, of course, because they have spread and I have the stack. So, since I have the stack, I go to the right. In case I need to go to the left, I would be standing on, like, barely touching on the outside of the hitbox. So my stack can get the, like, the whole, like, the person that is right on the outside of the tower and whoever has the cleave over here. So, right here, we're baiting past. They move, they're casting all things ending, and we move. I have stack, I basically move almost exactly where I was. I like standing, you know, really close to it, a little bit to the right, just a tiny bit to the right, because they're doing a half from cleave. So I don't want to get too close in case the cleave is not perfectly baited. Because, like, if I was standing here and they didn't perfectly bait it, like, I can die to it. It can happen. Now, this is important because this is a pivotal moment right here. If you have watched, I'm gonna link it, but if you have watched Nunu's guide, he made rather, like, point to be made with this mechanic. Every time two stacks happen, basically these ones, the one that are happening here and basically over there, every time two stacks happen, you must swap group. So now I'm gonna do the movement of the group B, if that makes sense. Because we're gonna basically do my 4 set of towers, and I'm gonna do like 4 sets of whatever group B is. But of course, we're gonna be doing what Rinon strat is, which is, you know, 3 and 4, which is group A 3 times, and then group B completely, and then group A. So this is the last time I'm gonna be taking a tower. So I have to make a macro, at least for me, right here. I have my macros right here. So I know I have cleave, and I know my partner has spread. So in my case, if I have cleave, I click my triangle. If I have spread, I would click the circle. If I have to adjust because there's a chance that they also had a cleave, I would click this button, which tells me that, hey, you're the last cleave, you're flexing. Or if I had spread, and since I had spread, I would click this macro, and it will tell me you're the last spread, you're adjusting. And since it's DPS side, they're always on the right, and if I have to adjust, I would go to the left tower. If not, in this case, at the end, I would go to the right tower because that's the DPS, and like they would go right behind me and do the same set. So right here, we just took it. It's we solved the tower, and now this is a pivotal moment where Future's End is gonna cast, and now I'm gonna do my guaranteed spots. What do I mean by this? So for 4, 5, 6, 7 tower as group A, I'm gonna go bait, I'm gonna go help stack, I'm gonna go bait, I'm gonna go help stack, and then I'm gonna solve the last one that I saved from my macro. So right here, this Future's End, I'm basically standing like where this person is. I'm gonna go up, basically like the top right side. This is left if you're looking. This one is south and this one is north. I'm gonna standing on this spot always when I'm baiting either futures or past end whenever I need to. Basically, I'm also like opposite of the person that is on the other side. If I align myself with the tower that is on the other side and I just go like straight ahead, like I'll be there. And I like standing like in between these two, you know, the 2 rings of the boss. I'm gonna be standing here. It's future. So right here, the very first thing that I have to do before I go help with the stack is it's future, and you can, like, if you've probably missed it, you can still catch it on the damage right here. You can still see the damage. It says Future's End. Ah, okay. We find the towers, we go opposite of them. And we're gonna be placing ourselves. If it was past, of course, we go in between the towers, but right here, we're gonna be standing, like, away from the towers. So they get baited, I go help, which is basically I go help is I always go here, no matter what. Like, this is a guaranteed spot. This is my guaranteed spot, no matter what. Whenever I have to flex and like move and I'll do all these movements, it's whenever I'm taking the towers. So right here, this is a guaranteed spot. I'm helping. I'm gonna go and bait again, which is passed now. This is passed. So we're gonna be standing in the middle of the towers. Again, this is a guaranteed spot, which after baiting past end, I'm gonna go and help. Help with the stack. We go here. We bait it. I go help. Once I go help, this is where I need to prepare myself mentally, because this is the 7th tower. How do I know it's gonna be done? Because right here, whenever they take towers, two things is gonna happen. Their debuff is already gone. So that is one way to look at it. Or also, they no longer, whoever was inside, they no longer get a debuff appearing above their head, which gives me the green light of like, hey, I need to go in and do my stuff. So right here, since I already clicked my macro, I was a cleave. I'm gonna be doing the same movement that I did on my 2nd tower at the start. Same thing, it's past end, it's cleave. I go middle right here, close, it's passed. It gets baited automatically. We all come together since it's future. It could be future or past. If it's past, we stand right here and we don't move. If it's future, we try to like stack up pretty much, like we try to stack up where the towers were, or basically on the other side. It doesn't matter as long as you guys stack up and it's future, like you stack up and then you move, right? And that's pretty much it for Forsaken. Points to note at is that you have as group A, you're gonna have, you know, a guaranteed 3 spots as a melee. And then on your 2nd tower, that's when you can start adjusting and you have 4 spots, possible spots to go. On that 2nd set of towers, always those set of towers where you have like 2 cleaves, 2 spreads, there's always a future or the past. And before you solve the one that has the stacks, you're gonna have to solve the future or the past. It's really quick. It's you can use the sim. It takes so much. It takes not a lot of time to like actually like get into it. And it's so useful. So for now, let me go through Group B. So for Forsaking as Group B, how do I know if I'm Group B? We share the same debuff. So right here, I'm gonna look at them, and I can see that we would either have both circles or we would have both cleaves. It's a guaranteed. And I have 2 macros right here. As you can see, this one says beta spread. So I'm Group B or beta, doesn't matter how you want to call it. So I'm gonna press this one, and it's just gonna tell me that I'm gonna be flexing spread. What does that mean? This is a guaranteed spot. This is the hardest thing for Group B, in my opinion, which is that you have to remember what is the first tower that you need to do, because it's literally the 4th tower, and so like in between the whole chaos, you're probably not gonna remember what you need to do. So I press this macro, so it tells me like, hey, your first one is spread. And how do I know it's a guaranteed flex? Is because I'm a melee, so I have to flex from my range, right? So that happens, and the very first step that I'm gonna do is help, and then I'm gonna bait, then I'm gonna help, and then I'm gonna doing all my towers, and then I'm gonna do the last thing that I am missing, which is another bait. So let's go by steps. First tower, I'm helping. I go to the stack. This is always the same. So here I'm mentally preparing that on the next set of towers right here, I'm gonna go away to bait. Right here, I'm already mentally prepared. Right here, past end. Again, it's the same position where both Group A's and B's are doing the same movement. It's just that like we have a different tempo. So at the end of the day, you have to learn both of them, or naturally you're learning both of them. So again, I'm lining myself up with the tower. I'm basically on my right half over here, and it's gonna be past end. Again, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm standing here, and I go in between the towers. I go in between the towers to bait it. All things ending, and now I'm gonna go help. Again, if it helps you reminder, every two stacks, you're gonna swap. So this is the second stack. That means we're gonna swap. Now I'm technically group A because I'm about to take my towers. But this is the cool thing about this specific group. Group B, you do 3 things and then you do all your towers, because right now, as you can see, other people have 1 debuff stack. That means like group A is done for now. So group B is gonna take over. So right here we're gonna do the double cleave over spread stack. So from the get-go, remember the macro that I pressed? I can be either, cleave and I would stand right here, but I'm spread, so I stand in the back. I don't stand directly in the back. I actually like, scooting a little bit towards, the gap over here. So I move a little bit to the right so I don't get hit by the cleave that is getting baited by the range over here. So right here, I'm just going to be standing. I'm chilling. The very first thing that I have to do after this is look at my debuff and also look at the other side debuff. The first version of this one, which is this set of towers, the one with the 2 stacks, I'm only, I can go to any spot, but if I have spread or I have cleave, I'm guaranteed to go at those spots because there's only one of them. If I had stack, of course, I go and flex for this one, if my range has stack. But in this case specifically, I have spread, they have stack. I know that spread always goes to the right, cleave goes to the left for the version 1 of the towers. So we're gonna bait. You also have to remember, it can be either past or future. So in this case, it's gonna be past. We go bait, and then I go solve. Now is the time that I go solve. I solve my spread, and now, again, what would happen if I actually need to flex? I actually got this example right here. I have cleave, they have cleave. This is a second. We just baited. That means now the only thing that we have to bait is the spawn. So we don't have to go and bait the future and past stuff yet, It's always right before a set of an odd tower. So in this case, this is an even tower, so we're gonna place him first. It's gonna be passed. I'm flexing for them. Instead of being the right cleave, I'm the left cleave now. Again, middle line right there. I stand close, so I know that my position is correctly. So the cleave actually goes towards the range on the outside. So this is actually the part that it feels, at least in my opinion, as a group B, hard, which is you see a lot of yellow in your screen, right? But there's a small glimpse that you can actually look at your partner if you have to flex. If not, if you're a range, you're just going to your spot, right? But if you're a melee, there's a glimpse right here to start looking at your partner and be okay, this last set of towers is the one with the 2 stacks. So unless we have stacks, I have to adjust for them. If not, I have a guaranteed spot. So in my case, my spot is the cleave, and the cleave always goes to the left tower because it's the first version of the towers because it has 2 stacks. And by the way, don't forget past end or future end because we just did it. Right here is past end, so we go in between the towers. And I'm gonna position myself in a specific way. Because the stacks are basically an enum tower, they need 3 people. In this case right here, the party one, as we said, is gonna be here on the edge of the hitbox. Another person is gonna be here. And myself, I'm gonna be on the back, but I'm not gonna be too far back because then I miss the actual circle. So I'm gonna be slightly ahead, just slightly ahead. The person on the outside, they're getting close as much as they can with the tower. As you can see right here, it barely covers the tower. This person doesn't get clipped, but they do get the cleave bait, which is, the thing to do. And as group B, right here, once you see that your debuff disappears, there's no debuff right here. That means I'm done because they have their last one. So my last one, as I mentioned earlier, is that my last step that I'm missing is a bait. How do I also know that I'm also baiting? Is that I don't have anything. I don't have any more, debuffs, and it says past end. I must bait it. So I go in. I go in, I line myself up. If it's past or future, doesn't matter. We just have to remember it. What matters is that we actually go together. We bait it together. And if it was future, right here when all things ending is casting, we would run ahead. But since it's past, we're just going to be standing still right here, letting it solve, and that's about it for Group B. So, let me go to the next mechanic, which is Trines. Real quick, right before Trines, there's Light of Judgment. This raid wide, it's a big raid wide, throw all your mids. I really don't... Like, it was really funny looking at some of the mid sheets. Some of them were like, throw everything. So, right here, it's casting Trines, but don't get baited. Don't get baited. There's a half room cleave. Like, be patient. Be patient. You're doing your burst, I understand. So, the basic premise of the Trines that we have right now, or that we're doing successfully, is that regardless of the pattern of where they spawn, I don't care where they spawn. I don't care. As a party member, I don't care. I don't care because for us, as a whole party, we're gonna start looking from A clockwise for the first triangle that spawns. And we're all gonna go there and stand around two rings. Because this is a spiral, so it's not perfect circles. So we're gonna be standing around 2 rings away from the edge of the arena. And basically, the tanks, they're gonna look at 1 counterclockwise, and they're gonna do 1 closer to the boss and 1 all the way to the wall. And right here, you're about to see it. So before this, do not get baited. It's just like right here, we're gonna see the first triangle, and we're already like having a specific thing. So this is the first triangle that we see that spawns near north. So party goes there. The tanks, there's another one that's spawning over here, as you can see this figure right here. So the tanks are gonna do their stuff over there. For us as a party, we know we have to go right there up north. So before we do that, we need to do the half room cleave. We do the half room cleave. And now this is just a matter of staying in the middle. We're staying in the middle. And we go. We go. Which is, you know, if you're using the big square markers, at least for this specific one near A, it's like we're around here, you know? It's almost like 2 lines from the edge. You can actually see the off tank away and all the way out, and main tank decided to like tuck in between the Trines. After that, they're taking a shared buster, and that's about it. This is the end. And since we actually didn't do the puzzle correctly, we got the fake ending. But hey, we got it though. But yeah. Anyway, that's Trines. Actually, like Trines is it's that simple for us. Like we don't have to like think about like, hey, the party goes on this specific pattern, they go here. No. Like we don't think about patterns. We just look at the first triangle, we go there, we solve it, and then that's it. So I hope this was useful. I'm gonna be linking my notes. I'm gonna be linking another video. I'm gonna be linking basically the sim that helped me. And I hope you guys, you know, you found this useful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.